Hey guys, what's up? Are you ready for another exciting update?
We've got some juicy changes to unpack, so sit tight because you're going to love this. First up, let's talk about Hanabi. The devs admitted she's been struggling in the late game. Her damage has been underwhelming and she's too reliant on items. Here's the fix, her bouncing damage is getting a buff. Now all bounce damage will inherit a fixed 30% of the initial damage. This means the damage stays consistent no matter how many enemy it hits. Check this out. On the official server, her bounces weaken with each hit. But on the advanced server, the damage stays the same across all targets. Stability for the win. Am I right? And there's more. She's also getting an additional attack growth of 3 points, giving her a sweet plus 42 physical attack at max level. To balance it out, her second skill will deal slightly less base damage early on. Fair trade? Let me know what you think in the comments. Next, let's talk about our favorite marksman, Leela. Unfortunately for her fans, she's taking a hit this time. The devs are reducing her physical attack growth, cutting her late game power by 21 physical attack at max level. It's a nerf aimed at balancing her overwhelming late game damage. Tough luck, Leela mains. Moving on to Floren. Good news for healers. Her first skill's casting range is getting a buff. It's now the same range as her second skill, making it easier to reach enemies and heal teammates from a distance. Here's a quick side-by-side comparison so you can see the difference. Up next, we've got a handy buff for Cici. Instead of losing all her stacks at once, they'll now disappear gradually, 1 stack per second. This tweak makes it easier to maintain stacks, improving her regeneration and movement speed. Good news for our Cici mains. Now let's glide over to Esmeralda. Her first skill is getting a massive 300 shield boost at later levels. And remember the magic defense adjustment from last week? Scratch that! Her magic defense growth remains unchanged at 2.5, just like on the official server. And this applies to Uranus, Baka, and Barretts as well. No magic defense growth changes for them either. Speaking of those three, they're also getting their own tweaks. Uranus. His ultimate now has a slower movement speed decay, making it easier to escape or chase down enemies. Baka. A shorter cooldown on his second skill, minus 3 seconds early game. That's huge, especially if you have bad aim. Barretts. His first skill is packing more punch with plus 20% physical attack scaling. And now for the spotlight. The revamped Handzo. This guy's getting some good adjustments. Golden Staff now activates his passive stacks. Instead of hitting 5 times, you only need 3 to max out. Buff stealing just got a whole lot easier. His second skill will now inherit a portion of your attack effects, meaning items like Demon Hunter Sword, Wind Talker, and Thunderbelt can now be triggered. That's some spicy item synergy. And his first skill, higher HP base damage that scales with your extra attack stats. It means he's gonna hurt more against tanky enemies. It's too early, but these changes make Handzo look pretty promising. What do you think? Could this be his time to shine? And that's a wrap for this week's Advanced Server Patch Update. Which of these changes are you most excited about? Share it in the comment section. That's all for this video. Stay safe and thank you for watching.